Today, I'm interviewing Bret Parrish, 8-time Congress champion and multiple NSBA World Championships. Um, I'm probably doing him a little bit of a disservice. I probably missed a whole lot of stuff, but he's one of the best, in my opinion, the best. He is my father, but he is the best horse trainer in the country. His son Cody, he might be a rival, but he's certainly the best. So what did I miss? So 8-time Congress champion,
Yeah.
multiple NSBA World Championships. What did I miss?
Probably the other big accomplishment was first time I won the Reichert celebration for the first 100,000 they ever.
That's right. You were the
they ever
first
gave away.
one in this industry to ever win $100,000 in
Yeah.
one class, the Reichert celebration.
Right.
2004 on RL Best of Sudden.
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pretty special horse.
It was.
It was. Okay.
Special time, special horse.
Sure was.
Special owners.
All right. So I've got Bret Parrish here. He is my father. I am a little bit biased, and he's the best there is. But I'm going to talk to him a little bit about Stable Savers and the new program that we've got here. It's a brand new concept to the horse industry. So not many people know what it is. Not many people know what it can do for them and how much money it can save horse people. But he, of course, he's my father. He understands firsthand what it means and how beneficial it is for horse people, whether you got 175 like him or you've got one or two at the house. So he's going to talk to me a little bit about who he is, the things that he's done with Parrish Quarter horses, and he's going to talk a little bit about how people can save money, something that I think he wished he could have done 30, 40 years ago when he got started out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, my first question, Pop. What is the best horse you've ever ridden?
That's a tricky question. I will have to say the best horse I've ever ridden would be, and they're two current horses we have now, and I don't know how I'd pick them, but if I had to say, maybe Fire and Ice. But Gunsmoke's right there with him on the most talented that I've ever ridden. But unfortunately, Cody showed those horses, and my son Cody showed them, and I wasn't able to show them. So if I had to pick a horse that I actually showed in the show pen, probably would have been RL Best of Sudden if I had to pick a certain horse. But we've been blessed to have a lot of great horses over the years, and it's very, very difficult to actually single one out. But I guess with the award we won with RL Best of Sudden and his talent and the impact he had on this industry, I'd have to go with him as far as what I've shown.
Yeah.
The young studs we have now are very, very special, but Cody didn't let me show them. So.
That's right. Yeah, Cody stole them from you.
He did.
Yeah, so 2004 Reichert celebration, RL Best of Sudden, you won that $100,000 on Bo, as we know him.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's gone on to be the leading sire of his generation.
Yes.
And he just recently passed away.
He died earlier this year, unfortunately, but he had a Masterson Farms owned him at the time, and he had a great breeding career. Impacted the industry in a big way, but he just unfortunately died earlier this year. He'll be missed.
Yeah, Mr. Sonny Douglas and Miss Alice Douglas. Yeah. They meant the world to you. They helped you and Candy Parrish, my mother, helped you buy and pick out RL Best of Sudden.
They did.
Tell me a little bit about RL Best of Sudden's owners and how special they were to you as people and horse people.
They came in our lives at a time when my dad, your grandfather, had passed away not long after they came into our lives, and really helped us through some hard times, believed in us in the ways, whether it be personally, which was their biggest impact on us, but personally, and then in our business. They believed in us a lot. They were 100% supportive of anything we decided, maybe believed in us a little more than we believe in ourselves, and gave us a lot of opportunities to have great horses like RL Best of Sudden, Sweet Talking Gina, and KM Hot Number, some horses like those, and others. But they gave us great opportunities, just a great family, and they had a huge impact on our whole family.
Yeah, so we like to talk about the horses so much, and I'm one of those people that loves to talk about the bloodlines and the championships and the training pipeline that y'all have them in. But I really, really like to talk about the people behind the horses, the trainers, the owners, the clients, and the other people that put so much into the horses. And Mr. Sonny Douglas and Miss Alice were top-notch people that believed in you, like you said. What does that mean to have the best clients? I'm partial, but we have so many great clients in Parrish Quarter horses. And how what does that mean to be the trainer when you're backed up by the best people of high character, people that really love and trust horses and trust you and the
Right.
show pen
Right.
to make decisions. What does that mean
It
to you?
gives you a lot of confidence, and you know, when they support you to that extent. And we made a big effort early on in our career um, to select those people, and as they selected us, you know, some people just aren't fits. But if you look at life in a similar way, and grow to be, we look at our clientele as a family, and we have a lot of, you know, we look at life the same way, and so it's a lot easier to have those hard conversations when things aren't going well, but you know that you're doing it for the right reasons, and but it's very encouraging when you have people as clients that support you and treat you as family. I don't think many people in our industry have that opportunity, and I think we're one of the few. But it is a unique situation that's very much appreciated from my family.
What's the most important trait that you see in a good client? Is it um, is it trust? Is it high character? Maybe those go hand in hand. But what characteristic is there in a client that you are looking for? Because you've done such a great job of building a business here.
Like you're saying, I think high character um, is coming into that. They either have that or not, and you have to learn to get to know that person, and when you build a relationship with that person, they are of high character. It takes, with anyone, it takes time to build trust, and but if you build that trust within your barn, and then they have to be realistic. You know, this is not an easy business, and they have to look at it from a realistic standpoint, what you actually can control and what you can't, and understand that that's the way it works. And but in saying that, that goes back to, if they trust you, they'll understand that. And but it's you know, there's a lot of highs and lows, and they've got to. You know, what's very difficult is when, you know, it's easy for someone to be on board when you're winning and everything's going right, but in the times when things aren't going right, and you have problems, or things without, you know, things just happen, and but working through those things and not getting too low, and understanding that we're going to continue to go through the program, we're going to work together, we'll work through whatever problems we have, but we do it in the right way, and don't let that come between you, and communicate. I think communication is a huge thing. If you're not communicating, things can get misconstrued at times. So I think that's a big thing also.
Yeah, horses are so unpredictable
Yes.
between injuries, illnesses. You just can't predict that kind of stuff. That's why it's so important to have a clientele that's willing to ride the ups and downs with the trainers.
Yeah.
So that's really really important. You're a family man.
Yes.
Well, first we'll start with, we're at the NSBA World Show out here 2025. Was it in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or was it Oklahoma City? Where did you meet Candy Parrish? Because y'all met at a horse show, didn't know each other. I know it was in Oklahoma.
We were in Oklahoma City at the
Okay.
AQHA World Show. I was taking a break from college, and we were stalled next to each other. And I was a very, unbelievably at the time, I was a very shy young man, and so was she, a shy young woman. And we were stalled next to each other for about a week, and I was too nervous and chicken to go speak to her. Finally got up the nerve. We spoke for about 15 minutes. She had to leave and go catch an airplane, but I just had a feeling. So
I'm glad you had that feeling, by the way. I'm glad you did. I'm glad that she
yeah.
also had the feeling about you.
Unfortunately, she returned my phone call when I called her later that next week.
You met my mother out in Oklahoma City, AQHA World Show. What year was that?
Ooh, Chase, it would have been 1988.
88. 2 years before y'all got married in 90. Okay. So again, pipeline, you and your wife Candy, horse trainers, the best of the best, and you've now got a son, Cody,
Yes.
my brother, and he's in the business. So what's that mean to you, to as the father, to now train and help Cody, you know, follow your footsteps? Cody's actually being inducted into the $250,000 NSBA club here tonight, actually.
Yes.
So really excited for him. Huge moment for Cody. You were inducted into the $250,000 club back in 2014. what does that mean for you as a dad to see Cody following in your footsteps, a trainer, a man of high character, a man that cares about horses?
Well, so proud of him because I know how hard that is to do. He's done it at a very young age. Had a lot of great success to this point in his career. But as a dad, just can't explain how proud I am of him.
Love you, Pop. If you can't tell, Brett's he's a pretty special man. He's a family man first. So just talking about his son, we'll get him a little bit emotional, because it means that much to him. All right, I won't pull at your heartstrings anymore. We can move on from there. But thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
You've got the best breeding program in the country, with the studs that you have, the mares that y'all have, the bloodlines that y'all have. Talk to me a little bit about. We're sitting here in front of Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Folks on the camera can see him. We've got Fire and Ice right here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But the two new up and coming studs that are just generational, sort of, kind of, in many ways, very similar to Arlo Bessa Sudden back in 2004, 2005 when he started breeding in 2005.
Yes.
And so talk to me a little bit about Gunsmoke, and talk to me a little bit about Fire and Ice, what they mean to you, the family and the industry. What's their bloodlines look like, and talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I was actually fortunate enough to show Gunsmoke's mother, and we won the Congress on her a couple of times, and she's been a great producer for us. Her first baby was Air Ride, and then there's multiple horses, nothing but net, and mares that we still have today. So I can't go through all of them, but Fire and Ice, we had the opportunity to ride his grandmother, which was On a Good Impulse. Your mom won a whole lot of stuff on her. Jan Pittman had owned her at the time before she passed. She won the Select World Congress and everything multiple times. A great mare, and he comes from her line. So we're fortunate to have two young horses that had really good show careers. Cody won big things on both of them. I think the public really liked them, and so far we've had a really good response on the first few breeding seasons, and I look forward to what happens in the future with them. And now as we're starting to ride those colts, and hopefully we'll step it up a little bit more and have a little more talent under us, and hopefully every generation we do that. Hopefully these two studs are the generations that'll continue to improve our industry.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Stable Savers. That's the business that I run here. Naturally, the Parrish Quarter horses are members of Stable Savers, so that you guys get the same benefits as all of our members. And let's talk a little bit about what the savings look like and all that. Before we get into it, I'll explain a little bit to maybe some of the people watching that don't fully understand what we are. But we're a membership platform that helps people save money on horse products. That's the entire reason that I built this business. And that's the entire reason that we exist, is we partner up with the best equine vendors to negotiate discounts on their products or services, so horse people can continue buying the same products that they buy right now. They just buy it at a lower price. So everything from supplements to trailers, with Leonard Truck and Trailer, with show clothing, Unbridled Couture, all that show clothing. Obviously, we've got other great vendors on the team as well. We exist to bring savings to the horse industry. So I want to know a little bit from you. You've been in the horse industry for decades, your entire life. What are some of the biggest expenses that you have on a consistent basis?
A consistent basis is, a lot of people don't think about, our obviously our supplements. We believe in feeding a good supplement, starting from our brood mares, developing those babies in utero, to our show horses. So that's something we use every day, and it's a high cost, and we through your company we save a lot of money there. We break a lot of pitchforks, and buckets, a lot of different things. But those are items that we spend a lot of money on consistently. But then you have your big ticket items, saddles and show pads, hats, trucks and trailers. A lot of things fall under that umbrella. So sometimes it's we're spending a lot on a maybe a monthly basis, but then there's a lot of big ticket items that you have in your company that save a lot of money too. That when you have to go buy a truck or a trailer, things like that, or saddle.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so now we have 19 vendors on the team, wide variety of products that they offer, or even services from graphic design and photography, jewelry, all sorts of different vendors. What do you think? What's your favorite vendor that we have on the team right now? Again, we are adding to the vendor platform right now. We're getting a new one every month. What's your favorite one that we have
You
right
know,
now?
I don't know that I've got a favorite. I will tell you this: two of your, I think it was actually your first two vendors that you signed up were Dak and Harris Leather, and we have a strong family connection to both of the owners of those businesses, and so I'd have to go with them. They believed in you early. You didn't have to spend a lot of time explaining it. They once they understood the business format that you had and what it could do for them, what it could do for our industry, they bought right in. But we love those two families. We have a big connection with them. But there are many others that you're adding to now that we have strong connections to as the owners and families. So it's hard to single one out, but it's neat to see the people that you're drawing in. I feel like you're drawing in the same type of vendors that we do with our clients. A strong character, people that do what they're going to say, what they say they're going to do, and it makes your job much easier. And your subscribers, when you can deal with someone that's easy to deal with and has a good product, makes things a lot simpler. So
Yes.
but those are. I'm proud to say you have a great group of vendors and a lot of family structure behind those vendors. And I think that's great.
Yeah, so a big part of my job is adding to the vendor list. Again, we have 19. I'm looking to add. Hopefully next summer we'll have over 100 different vendors, so that our membership platform is that much more beneficial to our members, so they can save through a wider variety of vendors and get even deeper discounts. So that's a big part of my job. Another part of my job is educating horse people about how to use Sable Savers. So it's super easy. Some people don't, because it's brand new to the industry. Nobody one understands the concept at the beginning,
Right.
and once they hey, this is a really cool concept. There's a little education on how to use it.
Yes.
So big part of my job is to make it super simple for people to use. And really, most of the time, what we do is we provide a discount code to DAC, and instead of going in person regularly, they just use a discount code and they can purchase that way.
Right.
That's the most simplified version and logistically how we do it. Whether if it's Leonard Truck and Trailer and you want to go buy a new Cimarron trailer, you can call a certain number and we give you a discount code to offer over to them, and they'll get you going. You get up to 20% off of a 4-star or Cimarron or Bloomer trailer. So really, really deep savings on everyday products and big ticket items, like we said.
Yeah.
So that's our entire purpose for this business, is to save money for horse people. And other folks ask us, how do we sign up, or where do I do this? How does it work? The best way is to go to stablesavers.com and you just click become a member at the top, and you can choose what pricing option you'd like to go with. For as little as $10 a month or $100 a year, you can be a member and start saving right now. So very simple, and I hope more and more people in the horse industry start to understand what this is and how it can really benefit them and allow them to train horses or compete with horses or just have horses at a lower cost.
And I wish, like you said, I wish that earlier in our career that there was a business existing like yours, because we save a lot of money. I mean, I know you're our son; it's a family business, but we actually save a lot of money through things we order and things we purchase. And I think if someone looks at it and they realize the savings they can make on a yearly basis on all these products, it's pretty eye opening when you start counting things up. I mean, a lot of times one purchase will save more than your subscription cost. So one purchase saves you that. The rest of the year, you're just saving money all year long. And I think once the public understands that and grabs a hold to it, I think there's sky's the limit for your company and what could happen in the future. I know the vendors are very excited about it. It doesn't take long to explain to a vendor what your format is, and they're very excited about your business and what it can do for the whole industry.
I think so. And we created this for horse people in mind. So it's a brand new thing. We started it February of this year. So it's changing as we go, all to benefit and tailor horse people more and more. So that's the entire idea. And thank you for the interview. I appreciate it. It's always good to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.